truth. I would never leave, oh yeah. Why you always wanna talk to me? Bother me when I can't sleep. I don't believe in the way you're watching me. No, oh, I just wanna watch you leave, 'cause you know that shit don't rock with me. I've been conceited, should've known. I've been only chasing what's sublime.
Sometimes
I was on my side, I apologize.
but healing takes time. You've been running from yesterday, trying to erase the pain away, holding on to what's already gone, wishing your heart could just move on. You've been crying in silence at night, feeling lost, trying to make it right, looking for
Yes, I can use. Can you hear me?
that lie, hoping that one day it
Oh.
won't hurt inside. You
Come
tell
again?
yourself to just be strong, but you've been carrying it too long. Yeah. Every scar, every
Het is
tear
ook.
is part of the story that brought you here. You don't have to rush the pace. Life isn't a race. Every step, every fall is teaching you to stand tall, and it's okay if you don't feel okay. You don't have to pretend today. Just let yourself feel the way. Healing takes time. Don't rush your heart. Take every step. It's just the start. Healing takes time. Let yourself grow. Every tear, every scar helps you know. Whoa. Healing takes time. Don't rush your heart. Take every step. It's just the start. Healing
Yes, sir.
takes time. Let yourself grow. Every tear, every scar helps you know. Sometimes you feel like you're behind, like everyone else has crossed the line, but everyone's journey moves at its own pace. Even the strongest need a safe space. You've been forgiven, trying to forget, carrying weight that isn't yours yet. Learning slowly, learning well. That peace is something you must tell. Take the quiet moments, breathing deep. Face your fears instead of sleep. Every small step is a victory, even when it's hard to see. It's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to cry in the rain. It's okay to pause, to rest. It's okay to give your
Not a
heart
problem.
a test. And it's okay if healing feels slow. If the scars still
You cut.
show, it just means you
Very much.
Healing takes time. Don't rush your heart. Take every step. It's just the
You guys are actually quite loud.
Yeah.
Every tear, every scar helps you know. Healing takes time. Don't rush your heart. Take every step. It's just the start. Healing takes time. Let yourself grow. Every tear, every scar helps you know. You're learning patience with yourself. Stopping judgment, forgiving yourself. Every broken piece of your past is a lesson that's meant to last. You'll stumble, you fall, you break, but the light is never far away. Every night fades into the sun, every ending leads to one. You'll find strength you didn't know. You'll find peace you thought wouldn't grow. And one day you'll look back and see healing was happening quietly. Let go.
Welcome everyone to the SuperFan channel. We here with myself, Uncle Timmy, Uncle Jacques, and the newest, the newest. I don't know, Uncle Patrick, what to say. The newest fool was supporting United. The newest. I'm counting myself in as well, the newest friend, the newest contributor, Uncle Patrick. Welcome to our long time awaiting football chat again. Yeah, we just came to flow with it today. Today's a bit about just concluding certain things, like looking back at the season, just any sort of talking points that we have about it, and then we'll go on with other points, like discussing how we feel that Arsenal won this. But first and foremost, Uncle Patrick, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I'm not even talking about football wise, just life. How are you? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, thanks. And yourself?
No, we good, Uncle Jacques.
Like everyone else.
Yeah, Uncle Jacques, are you good? Are you tired? Are you stressed? Are you all of the above? Like we are as fathers. Are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah, let's just say that all the above.
Yes. Uncle Tommy, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent.
The season's done.
Yeah, we're at the end of the season, Uncle Jacques. Let's start with you. Let's first discuss the general sort of. We can come back. Everyone here is United fans, so let's check first and foremost. What are the things that you are taking away from this season? Relegations, winning. What are your sentiments on the season as it unfolds in the EPL?
Yeah, I think this was a very unpredictable season based on who ended up where. I think I honestly thought Liverpool would probably end up in the top three based on the start of the season. It just never materialized.
Mm-hmm.
Unexpected that Pep was leaving.
Okay, yeah.
As you guys remembered, I was very upset about the coach being fired.
Yes.
With United. But I'm not as convinced yet. But I've seen the difference in United.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
I guess I must be content with the fact that Arsenal won the league. It's been 22 years, I think, if I'm correct, since they've won it. But congratulations, they went through an entire season being what's the right word here? Don't even get
Given. That's a very generous and given.
favored. I will say that because no team in the Premier League has gone through a season without a red card or given away a penalty. We have committed in probably about 4 or 5 occasions I can remember that warranted penalties and red cards. I can remember the games well. But yeah, I guess congratulations to Arsenal, the Arsenal supporters, for winning the league, regardless. But it was a fluke. Oh, anyway, but yeah, it's. I'm being honest when I say that because I've seen more than enough to say that these guys should have probably been the second to but congratulations regardless.
Uncle Patrick, same question. Just what is your sort of sentiments on the season as a whole? It can be United based, it can be outside of United. I mean, the one thing that I kind of feel bad about is West Ham going down. So, but that's, like I said, one of my takeaways from the season. What is some of your takeaways from the season? Just to add on or make separate points.
Look, like for me, this season, I actually can say the biggest shock was Tottenham ending where they did, going through the struggles that they have been. You know, they spent a lot of money, but at the end of the day, how much managers changes did they go through trying to fix things? I mean, like, I don't understand how their club was run. Like, you selling and getting rid of your best assets while there's no one clearly next in line to take over. Luke, Kane, Son. When they left, they ended where they basically ended, which was basically fighting for relegation at the last, which you wouldn't expect because we all classify them as a big six team. And yes, we were also there last season. We were also down there because we were going through a transition as well. So, yeah, and on the United front, like, didn't have the best of starts. Only started basically picking up in December after we didn't make the management change, but I am still, how can I say? I don't know how to feel about it because, like, you could see the changes he was making. Like, clearly getting rid of all the dead weight, so to say, like with your Garnachos. I won't say Rashford's a dead weight, but just like people thinking that they are bigger than the club. This year, you will never be bigger than me as a player. Even I will never be bigger than the club because the club is everything. And I just think like certain players think they were entitled to, you know, like starting, having exactly. So like it's like nowadays I feel like the generation that's coming up now, it's not like it was back then 10 years, 20 years ago. Like football has changed a lot, and I just think that going back to your roots and bringing Carrick into the fold, you could see the difference and you can see the changes. I just hope that we don't make the same mistakes that we've been making for the last 13 or so years by not giving someone a proper chance to go at it, not just a season or two, because you need to rebuild. And props to Arsenal. Yes, I don't agree with the way they won the league. I still feel like there were certain calls that could have been gone the other way and they wouldn't be where they are now. But at the end of the day, the better team won the league, the best league in the world, so I give it to them.
Uncle Timmy?
Yeah. Mostly the same sentiments. First, the Arsenal thing. You guys all know how I feel about Arsenal. But at the end of the day, the league table never lies, guys. So I think we can surely say, looking at this table, looking at the number of points, in United's case, we were the third best team in the league because that's where we ended up. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, out of the window now, it's done. No matter how Arsenal got it done, check, they ended up top with, is it 4 points ahead or something like that? 4 or 5? 7. Yeah, City lost the last game. So if you look at that number, I think it's actually accurate in what City was doing in the beginning of the season. Inconsistency. Me and I had fights about Arsenal. I just never saw anybody going on that run to actually catch up with him. Because City had the chance, they were ahead, but you always knew City can falter. Some ways that they're going to drop points. The Spurs situation, well, I don't feel for them. I actually wanted them to go down. Check, I'm salty, man, yeah. They beat us in that Europa League final last season. I wanted them to go down. That is that I don't feel anything else for that club. I don't see them as a top 6 team. They've got the best stadium, got the best facilities. You must know if their fans go on about their ownership, then you must know we actually better off, because what they put in that club, that you can do everything, but if you're not supporting the cast on the field, then you're never going to get anywhere. So there's no ambition there. So that's why I would easily have said if they gone down, we wouldn't miss them. I'm going to miss West Ham. Their fans, I saw something today where they had a chat with the fam outside the stadium just when they walked out. Grown man, meneer, crying. The passion that fan base have. And you know what, next season, they're going to be over it. Next season, that stadium is going to be packed. They're going to be in the championship. They're going to support that team, come back up the following year. Then Jock's point on Amram. You know, I wanted the guy gone from the 4th game of the season, probably.
Was it the 4th?
Yeah, there was 4 games and it was Carabao Cup. It was very
For me, then it was the 4th
that
game.
night I said, out.
I did it.
But you know what, the Carrick appointment, I was probably one of the first to say,
Yeah.
give it to Carrick. But I've been critical of Carrick. I've watched the games. I've been saying a lot of things. But what I've always said was, if they're not going to back him now, he's going to fail the same way Oli did, same way Mourinho did, because you can't give him just that to get you there. The next step is obviously you need to back the guy 110%, and it's a 3 or 2 year contract.
2 year.
2 year contract,
2 plus 1.
So that is literally 4 transfer windows. Build the squad now. I want to challenge next year, definitely. Give him the proper tools and let's see, man. We all start on 0 points next season. So yeah, the surprise has been all the teams in Europe. Crystal Palace going to the final, Villa winning the Europa League, Arsenal in the final. So in a way, the English Premier League, you can see the competitiveness. They really flex to have a finals in each of that competition. So, I mean, if tomorrow night Crystal Palace win, it's 2 out of 3, and then I must play for Arsenal to lose again. Very hard, because I'm not going to watch any football in this World Cup. If they go into that, then I'm just watching the fun games and that's that. I'm not going to go anywhere near other football.
Wat sê jy, Peters?
I think Jock said something now.
Oh, what did you
Jock, you're
say?
very soft, eh? You're a bit soft there, buddy.
I'm closer to you guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing.
Kvaratskhelia is in a rat circles around Arsenal, don't you?
Yeah. Brother, let's get there when that point comes. I am fully against Arsenal losing this final.
I am 110% sure about that. Arsenal have the chances of winning. What the hell?
Jock, is there anything that you can perhaps turn up a little bit? On my side, I can't really hear you, but I think in the stream it shows that his volume is quite good now.
So yeah, I'm just gonna give my 5 cents on it. The West Ham thing. It's not all sad for me. The West Ham relegation. My view on the matter is West Ham will be back next year. They're gonna go down 1 year.
Yeah.
They have the history. They have the supporters and support to come back next year. They're only gonna go down for a year. That's what I feel. I felt if Tottenham were to go down, they would not have come back within a year as West Ham would have. One of the teams that we rated quite highly at the beginning of the season was Chelsea, and how they just went to Popo,
Lost.
and then it looked like at the end of the season they made certain decisions
What
and
was my words, man? There must be a method to their madness, but I was wrong in saying that. Bible that they through. I think how can you put it now, man? The idea of what they're trying to do, getting that crop of youngsters, and I mean, like all talented and potentially they can be world beaters, but the decision to give a manager 30 players in the dressing room to choose from, and he didn't choose one of them to buy, that type of thing, there's definitely a disconnect. So, but yeah, Chelsea, it was a bit of a, and even Nottingham Forest, while you're at it, I actually said Forest could easily challenge for another Europa League run, and they just fell off. I'm not sure if it was just down to injuries or whatever, because I know Forest, they spent quite big as well. The main guy was out injured, but that can't also not, and I think they also had a manager change during the season. Yeah, they also sacked their manager. Didn't they sack Nuno? And then Nuno got the job at West Ham. Yeah, so I mean, it disrupts what you're trying to build. But yeah, at the end of the day, they stayed up safe. They got into the Europa League final. So yeah.
so Chelsea was one of the ones that I was a bit perplexed about. But then at the end of the season, they seem to have at least stabilized a bit. We were all planning on 5 being the number. So Uncle Patrick, just to let you know, I predicted that United was going to end 4th at the beginning of the season. Then with Aston Villa winning it at 6 now, 6 English teams to go through to the Champions League next season. Is that sort of dynamics? And coming back to United, it was good for where they ended. Again, I want to echo what Uncle Tommy said. It was a true reflection on where each team ended, with the form that they found themselves in. Liverpool, after spending what was $500 million,
And the start that they had 5 out of 5.
and in the start that they had, it
They fell off.
looked, and then Table Mountain sprung, and you were free falling it. Just also Man City, Pep leaving, and them looking like a team that's at the start of a transition. Coming back to United, I like the strategy of the players that we're looking at. I'm not saying that everything is going to work, but we're looking at players that I feel good about. Whether they're going to succeed at United or not, that's something else. But
The profile of player.
yeah, man,
Profile, not the name, just the profile of player. Yeah.
just I'm somewhere I was listening, but I wasn't concentrating on what I was listening to, and they made mention of the fact that Carrick is giving approvals for signings based on the discussion he's having with the data guys, with Pavel and what he's presenting to the club. So I just feel like They're looking at the right things. Yes, how you kick a ball is important, but also what's between your two. What's here upstairs?
Just by saying that, I'm going to interrupt you quickly. Sorry, man, but
No, it's fine.
when you talk about that data-wise to it, then sometimes a guy like a Carrick that's played in that midfield, it's not always data. You need to look at the
Yes.
players' mental and all of that. And for a manager that is played there, that he was definitely a world-class midfielder.
Yeah.
You know exactly what United need in their positions, what type of characters they need, what type of, you can't just buy 3 names and they all 3 do the same thing. So it needs to balance that the one complements the other. When the other one's up, that one comes in, and you don't miss. Sometimes obviously the quality can be put down, but then he gives you something else, and we did not have that in the start of the season due to a madman. But yeah.
Yeah, so, and for me, the signing of the season, even within the broader league, is Lommans. I understand that other players, goalkeeper, Raya, and stuff like that. But signing of the transfer window was definitely Lommans. He just brought, the chant says it all. Ayush Michael in disguise. He just, like, everyone, for me, Timmy will know, Uncle Jacques will know, Uncle Patrick on the field, I will always go find myself standing next to the team I support. I will stand next to the goalie. I want to see how you look at the football pitch, because you are the last person behind everyone. If you see an attacker against you make a run, you are the person that looks at it, and it's your responsibility to communicate that to your defense. I just feel like he doesn't punch, he catches. He lays down, your defender looks, your defender knows my keeper's gonna catch it, he's not going to punch it, he's not going to flap at it and have it spill somewhere here. My keeper is going to catch it and handle the situation, man. I feel like Lommans has been a real revelation in our defensive line and in our set pieces, in defending our set pieces, and just general shot stopping. We missed someone like now I'm not saying he's as good as a David De Gea, I'm not saying that, but he reminds me of it.
There is definitely room for improvement with him, but I can truly say between the 4 of us, that statement of him being one of the signings of the season is correct, because out of all the teams, we identified we had an issue in goal and we need to address it. Didn't go for a big name, they went for what they saw on him, the attributes, and they went out, they got it, and it actually paid off. So, you can't ask for more. He needs to grow up now in that shirt.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm continue.
No, it's okay. He needs to grow up in that shirt now.
You actually glad, Uncle Patrick?
Go for it.
No, sorry, I'm continue.
No, I'm good.
You can go.
Look, I'm just glad for once that they went with Lemons instead of Martinez, because we all know there was the talk between them two. Like Martinez, yes, his experience, he's got Premier League football knowledge, he's got it, but for how long will he have it though? A season or 2, maybe more at the top level. That's why I'm glad they went with the decision that they did, looking towards the future.
And on top of that,
Lemons brings us.
And on top of that, Jock would agree probably. Jock was a goalkeeper in his day.
Yes.
Martinez, with all the brains, I wanted him. But now when you look at that fragile dressing room that United had at the time, another big ego walks in there. Does that disrupt it? Obviously, to say it now is a bit...
Yeah, it's in hindsight.
But the thing is, we can actually see the proof. We went for a righty, unknown. He's not coming in there, I'm this dude, I've got the ego to it. Nah, I'm coming here to work. I need to prove to everybody here that I'm going to be the number 1 for this club for the next 10 years. You get what I'm saying?
10.
Yeah, it's not-
No, I'm just saying that would probably be a minimum. But
Yeah.
you see, football, things happen. So I would say goalkeepers with injuries is kind of good. But if I can get 10 years out of Lammers, and that 10 years we win like say 3 Premier Leagues, that type of thing. Say 5 trophies comes out of that 10 years with him in goal as the number one.
That's good.
Well
Return
done.
on investment. Yeah.
So, and I mean, this season's already paid off. How much was it? 20 million?
No.
Less.
13. 13. I mean, I can't check now.
Yo, Jock, are you there?
Yeah.
It's about 20 more.
Yeah, it's about 20 million euros, I think, with all in all. But now that is definitely, that's the type of rating now I want to see going forward. Obviously, midfield's a different position. So there you need a bit more what you're getting for 20 mil. But I'm not saying go for that. But sometimes you pick up a gem that no one's looking at. I mean, if we want to go back quickly, look at how Caicedo turned out. Brighton bought him for 4.75 million. United didn't want to pay that. It was too little for the Glazers at the time. We want a high-profile midfielder. A year and a half later, Brighton selling for 100 million to Chelsea, and look at the player. So that's just my 5 cents on that.
Yeah. So we'll get to the transfers that we link to and all of that goody gets.
I just would just add some.
Yeah, Kajok.
So Lammers was what? 18 million to be exact, roundabout. Plus add-ons obviously, but that's based on
Oh, you probably met the add-ons, eh? Just I would really like to see what the add-ons was. Yeah, sorry, Kajok.
yeah. But if I look at it, you know what? And this is the thing. I think coming into the next conversation about the transfers and the transfers is happening right now. I think Ineos played the cards right, because remember Ineos had a deal with Martinez through and through, and they had a deal on with Norman, and they waited practically till the last possible moment in making a decision. And for once, besides Cunha and Bembo and Cisco coming in, that decision on Lammers, obviously, they looked probably at the data, they looked at probably a lot of factors around it, even though I think Amran probably wanted Martinez over Lammers. But
Yeah.
for once, Ineos actually looked at probably the data better than what they looked at the day. Look, Martinez is a World Cup winner. He should get that praise. But as Tami mentioned, I think Ryan mentioned that big hard incoming to the dressing room. I don't think it would have disrupted the dressing room. I think it would have caused some form of conflict one way or another. So I think Ineos needs to get actually a praise for making the decision of going for Lammers instead of listening to a head coach manager slash, I still don't know what Amran was.
So can I quickly throw just a bit of how can I say it? Just devil's advocate now. You will say that now between the two they made the right decision. You reckon it was a coin flip on that table that evening? Because Martinez was waiting.
He was waiting for a call.
Villa,
I don't
ready to sign the paper. No, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just checking out it, man. Imagine that was a coin flip at the end of the day, checking guys with,
Yeah.
that's not good, you bet on blue. And not green, but yo, I mean, he was waiting.
I think it's also the fact that Ineos is so cheap, man. That is why I would.
They probably went for the cheaper option. They probably just went.
Yeah, but
But you never know.
I think they went with the data because if I look at, and yeah, it's a much lower league than what what Martinez is playing in. But I mean, I look at Laman's videos of where he's playing at, and when I saw his videos, I thought to myself, man, this guy, there's something genuinely special about him. And I think they probably had that same feeling at the end of the day. There's
That's
something
the
about this
basics.
guy that just exudes
I wanted to say that.
calmness. And,
Yeah.
and I think the one thing that got me excited was the fact that this guy was taking out penalties, saving penalties galore in the league he was playing. But it hasn't happened thus far. And if I look at the goals we conceded, I can tell you honestly, 95% of that goal scored against us is
Buns.
worldies.
Buns, yeah.
And placement to perfection. So I don't blame Lammers for having conceded the goals he did. Probably maybe 2 saves out of maybe the 20 goals that he's conceded. I honestly can tell you that he could have perhaps maybe done a bit better, but the rest, I just don't think there was a way. So I think that's a brilliant sign, regardless of what was conceded at the end of the day.
I just want to add something and ask Uncle Jacques. I want to ask something very direct. Uncle Jacques, if you say that you watch the videos on Lomans, ne? I'm asking because I don't know the answer, but I also know the answer, and you'll figure out what I'm gonna ask. It doesn't seem to me that he's doing anything different than what he was doing at his previous club. I mean, he's making good saves there. He's commanding his area. He's doing what he did there. He just came and did it in this league. So to me, that speaks to consistency. It speaks to temperament. It speaks to BMT, big match temperament. It speaks to him being consistent wherever he is.
Sometimes you're just that good, man. If you want to put it that way. Because remember this, Gary Neville, Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, they've all said, now, okay, take Neville out of the equation. He wasn't a goalkeeper. Edwin van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel, probably our 2 greatest ever goalkeepers.
Yes.
Both of them said it. The Manchester United goalkeeper position is one of the hardest in world football because the club is structured in a way, if you look back through the years, this club play attacking football. Sometimes we're going to get caught on the break. You are going to be left alone to make that one-on-one save, that type of thing, man. And if you make a small error, that 80,000 people in that stadium will go on you. They will get on your back if you start making errors. Look at Onana. Simple example.
Here we go.
All the experience in the world, played at big clubs, want to be that big personality. That first game, he didn't realize how big a job this was. He thought, I'm coming in here with a reputation and I can be a clown and I can get away with stuff. Nope, man, yeah. And Lammens, that's why I say his temperament and he's down to earth, man. He's just here to do a job. Whatever plaudits he gets, he takes it in his stride. He'll always say, we need to work to get better. And that is very important, to have a goalkeeper like that, commanding his box, talking to the, what's his name, Harry Maguire. He's always looked vulnerable with the banana behind him. He's looking much more solid because he can trust that back pass to this dude because he knows he's gonna clear it when he has to. Okay, there's been the one odd we caught him.
Let him be the one odd.
But other than that, you can trust the guy
He's
behind.
nice with his feet. Eh?
And we haven't had a goalkeeper
And
like
we
that.
haven't had.
We haven't won the
No.
playing
The
goalkeeper.
gear definitely.
And so don't worry about the penalty saves, but the guy had how many years at United? I think he saved 1 penalty, so that's not such a big deal. As long as he gets the crosses and he comes out, he commands, and he doesn't get pushed around, I'm happy, man. Yeah. Just do the basics. The penalties, That is
We'll
1 out of 10.
We'll get that. We'll get
Yeah,
that.
that isn't a big one.
Uncle Patrick, anything?
There is we need a proper backup goalkeeper, guys. Oh, we need to sell Onana and buy.
Yeah, we'll chat about that.
Yeah,
Uncle Patrick, anything that you want to add on United specifically?
Yeah, look, like I'm a defender by trade as well. I play soccer as well, so I'm a defender. Having someone at the back
There we
behind
go.
you, commanding you, leading you from behind because he's the one that sees the field the best. If you have just that someone behind you, your game elevates to another level. And that, I think, is what Lemons brings to United. He brings the calmness also there. It's not like you have to worry, okay, if I give him the ball, is he going to make a mistake or no? No. He deals
Easy.
with it. Whether
Nice.
it's giving it long, kicking it out the line. It's just that calmness. And that's why I can say, hands down, best signing of the season. Best signing that United has made in a while, though, to be honest.
That's it. That's a good one.
Sure. Guys, we spoke about it vluchtiglik. Are we gonna leave it as vluchtiglik as we have?
But they got-
The Arsenal.
I think we had enough of that.
Hey, are we done with it?
Yeah.
It mustn't be like that, man.
Check is going to be around with that, man.
Congratulations, Mr. Sam.
They won it.
We said congratulations. All they need. Monkey, moving on.
You say we done with it.
We're not here to give airtime to anything.
We done with it.
Yeah.
If we had an Arsenal person here, we would have had to. If we had
It's a
a,
United too, not the Arsenal too.
you say it's all United.
We
It's
have
all
to speak
United.
United. Unfortunately for Arsenal.
Then, if we're not going to go Arsenal, we're moving on to the clash of the two captains.
I don't listen, man. I'm gonna give my view on this first, man. I really think like Keane is. We're talking about Bruno and Keane's stuff on. Keane is going on like an old man, man. He's really, guys. You know when you. Yo, my bro. Do you watch United Stand, Uncle Patrick?
Come again?
Do you watch United Stand?
I glad that I don't watch it out full, but I have popped in.
Do you know
Yeah,
Ricky?
but I have heard.
Do you know Ricky?
I have heard the thing. Bro.
Ricky on United Stand. You know who that is.
Old man.
The old man.
Yeah. So basically, he's an old man who has old views. Some of it is in touch, and some of them are.
Yeah.
It's like outdated with what is happening in football today, man.
You don't know it's 2026.
Yeah, he's stuck in heaven knows what year. But now the thing is, man, I equate it to someone like Ricky that's he's angry for his own reasons, and now anything that peeves him off, almal moet nou glo Bruno is die horrible son in die wereld. And I can't see it the way he sees it, man. So to me, it's an old man being grumpy. He's a grumpy old man. That's basically why I see it. Tommy wanted me to put this on. I didn't want to talk about it because it's no, man.
No, but it's relevant, man, for one reason. Eh? Check. I'm not defending Roy Keane. I get his side where he's coming from, but also get that he is taking it somewhere now where he didn't need to go. Because look at it this way. When Keane was the captain of the side, when he came into this club, he wasn't captain. The leaders that was there, Brian Robson, all that people, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, all proper leaders. So there was a standard at the club at the time. He continued on when they left, and he brought his own in, and obviously they were very successful. So by saying that, he knows where the standard was. But now what he's doing United's in the transition. First of all, he went after Carrick for no reason. I don't know why.
No, we know why.
Of the message, I mean, looking at, I'm not even sure if he was thinking they might contact him for the manager job, if he wanted the job. If you wanted it, why don't you just send your CV in, man? You get what I'm saying? But now he's going after Bruno. United's in the states now where we don't need the negativity.
We don't need it,
Especially not from our legends. The man's a legend of the club, no matter what. No one says he's a legend. So people's gonna listen when he talk, and when he talks shit, sorry for the word, people's gonna jump onto it. And I'm glad Bruno went out and had that interview and mentioned his name and said it and called him out for lying, because Bruno never said what he said. He basically flipped it around to obviously try to prove a point. But for me, I don't think there is a captain currently in the squad better suited to captain this team than Bruno. So Kim must either comment on if Bruno's been playing bad, all of that stuff, but don't make it personal, man, because it's going to cause a rift that's not supposed to be, because you know, United, everything, iemand poep net verkeerd. Dit 'n bietjie gestink, oh, wat het hy gedrink? You get what I'm saying? Dan gaat die wêreld die mekaar soos medias die mekaar vir enige klein dingetjie. So I just wanted to get the understanding of where you guys are with this Bruno and Keane, because
I'm done talking.
it can be that some people is going to choose sides, and I think the older guys is obviously gonna go with Keane, because you've seen Scholes has now come out and taken a bit on Keane's side. That whole entire overlap team is basically doing it. But now I'm not a big fan of Bruno. Everybody knows, but more as a footballer, not personal side. And I think Bruno he's been brilliant this season. He's definitely the guy that needs to lead the team next season.
He's earned that.
The guy that takes over from him is in the squad, and he needs to learn from that now.
Yeah, number 37. Huh? Number 37.
Kobe Mainoo, yeah.
Uncle Patrick, your 5 cent or 2 cent or 1 cent on this Keane and Bruno situation.
Before we go on, sorry, Patrick. Is there another feedback on the line here? I think YouTube, the sound is clear. But go on TikTok, that same feedback is coming through.
Nah, I think it's Uncle Patrick. So what I don't know if you can see around on the meeting, if you see the glow and it's bouncing, whoever's talking, it bounces between like us and Uncle Patrick. So there's something happening now. Of was machine of a TV what anders there on that side.
Ja, it makes a zoom sound.
A zoom. Yeah, so there's a hum.
Is it better drop?
I've been moving forward. Yeah, I've been moving forward with it, and we would have spoken about it often now. So thank you, Uncle Patrick, for.
I think he muted himself so long, so when he's done, he can.
No, he's not muted.
Isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, it's muted.
they're on top.
Yeah, so if he's doing that out when he speaks, he obviously will unmute himself. But yeah, thanks for the Pat, man. Thanks for the feedback, Jock.
Uncle Patrick, you can.
Unmute yourself and you just say something.
I'm here.
Sure. Uncle Patrick, your 5 cents on Keane and.
Look, regarding them, I just look, Keane is a legend. Like Uncle Timmy said, he's a legend. Props to him. He's always gonna have a say. Not always going to have a say, but whatever he says carries weight because of what he has done for the club. But the past in that sense is in the past. We are now in this moment in time. He should be trying to encourage, or not encourage, but trying to uplift everyone, is trying to bring Bruno down. Like, not like bring him down in a sense, like just a talking bad man. Like if you're going to talk negative about our current captain, a team that you used to captain for, what does that say to you as the past captain?
He
You
sounds
know,
loose,
like
man.
why do
I
that in
get
the
that
first
now.
place?
Uncle
I just
Joe?
don't, I just
Yeah.
don't agree with Keane.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, Bruno is doing what he's doing, and that's all he needs to do is just focus on the game and just
Mm,
block out all
yeah.
the negativity
All the noise,
that's
yeah.
happening out there.
Yeah. Uncle Jacques, your 2 or 3 or 5 cents on this matter?
But it's just mute yourself, man. The feedback is coming through. There we go. Um, yeah. So I've listened to Roy Keane on commentary on Sky. I've been listening to him on the overlap now and then when I watch maybe one episode or something. He's negative. He himself and Gary Neville are, I don't know, they're anti-United right now. Why? I don't know. Um, they've got a problem with everything. Whether it's Bruno, whether it's the team, whether it's the manager. I mean, Carrick, Keane has been saying now Carrick is not viable to coach his team, is not big enough to handle the pressure. But Carrick has bring the results regardless of what he's done. But I've listened to Bruno's interview, and you could see the anger in Bruno. You know when he said, "Don't twist my words. Don't put lies in my mouth. He can handle anything, criticism, whatever, whatever. Tell me I'm not a good captain and not a good player. I can take that, but don't lie about what I said."
Mm, yeah.
Um, and I think that's something very critical because I watched the entire Bruno interview, and that man's emotions genuinely came out, and I learned more about him, in this interviews and stuff like that, and his upbringing and everything, is the reason why he is the person that he is, Um, so Keane's point, I mean, I think Keane sent some after effect after Bruno's interview. He posted something about a donkey or something like that. I don't know if it was
Mm,
targeted back at Bruno again, which I'm actually flipping cheesed off about it, and I've always had respect for Keane and what he's done for the club and everything. But to be that childish, to be that
yeah, but
insincere, to not even come out and take the accountability, the responsibility to say, listen here, I heard this thing wrong. Okay, whatever, Mr. Patrick. I heard. I mean, I heard it wrong. I apologize. I mean, that is someone that's integral. That stands with integrity, basically. And that's what he stood for. But to be as childish as he is right now, and the way he's going about this whole thing is it's sad, man.
mm,
It's sad. And I'm pissed off about it, honestly. Um, but you know what? It is what it is right now. Luckily Bruno is. I
strong
mean, I
enough.
think I think I can say, but more mature than the
Mm,
situation. And I mean, his passion is about wanting to, not about wanting to get accolades and stuff like that for himself. He said it, and I can remember for years he's been saying the same thing. I want trophies. I
mm,
want his biggest achievement that he wants to achieve is winning the Premier League and the Champions League. Yes, with Portugal, that's his number one. Will always be the World Cup. But he's been giving. I mean, offered 200 million pounds contract. Become probably one of the highest paid ever in the Saudi league. Give that up for United. She's a lot about his character, man. So I
she's a
can't
lot
see
of
how
that.
Keane can still. And yes, his wife has supported him 100%. Um, not making decisions for him, but asking Bruno, have you achieved what you wanted to achieve where you are right now? And Bruno said, no, I haven't. So she said, there's your answer. You need to
I'm
decide
glad,
now.
yeah.
You know,
I'm glad
that's,
that this could be put to
and I
rest.
mean, that says a hell of a lot about his character, and that's why a lot of people say, a lot of people speak about him waving his hands and all this crap that goes on in the game, but that's his passion. He's passionate about United. He's been saying he wanted to come to this club because yeah, not just Ronaldo being his idol at the time, being at United. It's everything that goes around it, around this club that he wanted to be here, and that was his number one achievement in his career goal is to play for United. And I mean to get the captaincy is another level, you know. So I don't give a crap what Keane says. Keane is going to take responsibility at the end of the day for what he said and be accountable for what he said. Um, and honestly, should apologize about it. But I think Keane is too prideful to do that. Honestly, but let's see. Let's see. I just hope United, proves Bruno at least proves Keane wrong by going smashing at that individualistic reward again next season by bettering his assist in the Premier League and probably in the Champions League if he can. But I just want Keane to shut up then right now. That's the
But
way I
dan
feel.
niet te veel spring jy 21 is
Not
baie.
lot of respect. He needs to shut up right now. Him and Gary Neville needs to shut the hell up. Honestly. I don't think they understand what they're even talking about nowadays.
Yeah, so yeah, that's Keane and Bruno.
Just a bit of transfer talk with them.
Yeah, so the one transfer, oh, there's two transfers that look. We're coming back to United now. I haven't been following any of the other transfers for the other clubs. So
It should just be a
yeah, it should be United. I'm gonna give notes. We can discuss it. We can flesh it out later on. Romani as there's silence there. I don't know what's going. We don't know what's going on there. Is it Edison? Ne?
Yeah, this is from Atalanta, yeah.
Yeah, the Edison talks look like they're happening fast and in a hurry. Baleba, if we're gonna go for him, what the price is going to be, what we think the price will be versus what we would pay.
Elliot Henderson.
Can I give it
Anderson?
I'm gonna conclude up.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you as I have it. You guys can just pull us in on other topics. I'll go to you first, Uncle Jacques. Elliot Anderson, is he gonna go to Man City with Pep going? Did Agent Bruno get in his ear? That situation. Is there any other ones that we need to discuss?
Okay, so if it
Names currently, that's the names that
That's the names.
there hasn't been. Oh, and the last one is Lewis Hall in Steve.
Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
All right, Uncle Jacques, you can take the floor.
Yeah, so I think my top dog it would be Elliot Anderson. Because Chomini, I think right now, because of this whole presidency thing that's going on, they've extended now this Perez and this other new guy that wants to become president of Real Madrid. There's too much things going on there, and that's why Jose's contract has also been put on hold because of this decision about voting for the new presidency of Real Madrid. The Chomini, technically speaking, right now,
Limbo.
won't be any form of conversation at the moment until they've lined up who the new president is, because the new president doesn't also want Jose Mourinho as a coach. Perez wants Jose Mourinho as the coach. That's the discussions that's going on right now. This guy's been confirming, and I'm now going off United topic, but I'll get why I'm saying all these things. Um, so that's the reason why Chouameni is off the charts at the moment because no one knows what's going on in the presidential structure of Real Madrid.
So, Joe, what you
But
giving
they're
that transfer
valuing,
perhaps just now
hey,
to rep him? What do you think the chances is out of a 10 that you would say is it a 3 out of 10 that
I,
it can happen or
let's put like this: if Perez becomes president again, with Mourinho coming in, the chances of Chouameni is like 1 out of 10.
I thought so.
Because I think Mourinho would want someone like Chouameni in his central defense, central midfield, defensive midfielder. Because Mourinho is about controlling the back going forward. That's Mourinho. We know that about. So I don't think you would want to lose someone like Chouameni. I don't know if Camavinga will come out because of that, but Chouameni, I think it's right now. I can't say because of what's decisions been made, but if Mourinho comes in, 1 or 2 out of 10 chance of him
Sure.
coming.
I agree, yeah. What's the next one? Edison. Or are we going to give up a Patrick
Well,
quickly?
Edison is actually agreed upon personal terms and with the club. I think it's about 37 million pounds. But United has taken a step back and said they're first going to think about it. Now, I think this is exactly the same thing, and this reminds me of the Martinez Lamont's thing. Um, I think they're sitting with a budget of maybe 80 million or something like that, if I'm correct, from Semenyo's time in January. So I think what they're trying to do also is trying to play for time as well, because I think Fernandez is more higher on the list
And
than
this.
Edison currently right now, because there are other clubs that's running after Fernandez, like PSG is also coming
But now,
in
who
for
will
him.
be cheaper? Who will be cheaper between the two?
No, it will definitely be Edison, because I think because if unless Fernandez says, listen here guys, I don't want any other club except United, and
Remember,
Bruno is his idol.
that man's club has
So
been
we talking about
relegated.
probably 60, maybe 60 million. We probably have to pay to get Fernandez in.
Would it be that high, Uncle
Because
Jock? Would it be that high?
West
What
Ham relegated.
was that being relegated?
because unless because remember West Ham is going to say, listen, yeah, we got an option now. PSG is coming in for him. This club is coming in for him. United wants him, so we can play a war game, of
PSG.
I don't rate him that high.
that's when we shoot up.
I
No,
don't
I'm
want
being
him.
honest because I know I don't want him, but I'm telling you, his stats is brilliant.
The money, my friend.
From what I've seen from a whole lot of guys, statisticians that's been, because I've been listening to a lot of stuff on YouTube. While I work, I normally try and listen to a lot of stuff, and I think Innocent has got probably, I think, besides being in this area, if you look at overall what it does, it's it was actually surpasses Fernandez, surpasses even Casemiro. But I can't compare Serie A to a Premier League, so I have to say, if if I downscale it from where he reaches out in his parameters of what he does, similar to a Casemiro, very similar. Just he's got a much higher percentage of deals won, and two other statistics that is better for Casemiro. But if I had three midfielders, that if I honestly to be, if I'm going for Premier League proven midfielders, Anderson, Fernandez, and I'll go for Scott because I think that Lighty's got so much talent. Honestly, um, I think he could be something for the future. And I think if we're gonna build something, if you're looking in the next 5 to 10 years, and with that squad depth type of thing, with proven players in the Premier League, I think we can do something. At least maybe not next year, but the year after, actually challenge for the title. Because I think it's about still trying to be part of the transformation with Carrick, in his first season, actual season with the club. That midfielders, I think they stand a hell of a chance of in the year, say, after next season, probably can contest the Premier League.
Okay. Compared, what do you have to say? What would be your three out of that names that was mentioned and why? But then also, just to quickly get to Jock, I've now taken down the three that you said. When we're done around, I'm just gonna throw something at you with that specific three that you mentioned, where we are at, and why I would a bit disagree, because there's nothing. It's too many for the future, not for the now. But yeah, but Mr. Patrick, if you wanna quickly jump on.
Right, look, Premier League proven, look, it plays a bigger role because, like, coming out from another country, it takes you time to adapt. Look at Xerxes, is a perfect example of that. He came from another league. He's struggling to. I wouldn't say struggling, but
He's struggling. No, Commander, he's struggling. He's
yeah,
struggling.
he's struggling to adapt to life in England. So yes, you have advantages of going for someone that is Premier League proven. But then again, whenever it comes to United, you always have a United tax on players. Where for some reason, whenever United is interested in a player, their stock just for some reason just goes
Yeah.
high, and then so look, I'm I'm not again. Look, in all three of those names, I would take in a heartbeat. To be honest with you, but the only issue that I will have is if they drag it on too long. Get the business done as quick as possible. Let them integrate with the team so that you don't have to wait for deadline day to come and then get someone. I'd rather get someone, one of your three main targets, should I say, get them in early, get your main one obviously early, but then just get business done quick and not be always that panic buy here at the end. That's just my 2 cents on the transfers.
Another name that Uncle Patrick, I'm gonna put this name to you. Good player. His ethics is a bitchy. Sorry, his ethics is not a bitchy. His ethics is very questionable. Tonali, will you take him? What do you see? And then also, what is the maximum price that you pay for him? If you were to want to take him.
To be honest, I'm just gonna do this now. I wouldn't take him. This is my personal opinion on it.
Okay.
I just wouldn't take him.
Sure. Stay there again, fine, yeah?
On that Tonali thing, I heard today that Arsenal is going all out for him, eh? So, check. Personally, I can put that is done. He basically brought the game this week by doing what he did. And check, okay, he served out his ban and all of that. I don't know the guy if he's now doing everything legal or whatever, but really don't see United currently getting that type of players in and with personalities. I don't want a disruption, man. But as just a footballer, I can tell you now, John gave 3 names. My 3 names would be Anderson. If I look besides all of that, just as a footballer, Anderson, Tonali, and then I would go that lighter that you said, Scott. If I could get Anderson and Tonali, I would take a Scott. But you need to get 2 that is going to go straight into that midfield. I mean, there's going to be days that Kobe isn't going to start. You're not going to miss Kobe if you have Bruno. Tonali and Anderson in that midfield. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa. You can play around with that. Coming off the bench, with seeing experience, Scott's got the talent. But I don't think Bournemouth is selling him. We've all been talking about Anderson's high price and all of that. Bournemouth is in the Europa League now. They got European football. They're building something. And it's definitely building around him. He's gonna cost you north of 70 million. And I don't think the budget is gonna stretch over 250 million for that midfield. I don't think so. I think that 200 million might be the number that they're looking at to invest in the midfield. So they're gonna look at some bargains there, but I don't see, like the attack, they're not gonna spend a 220 or 230 million on the midfield. I don't see it happening. That's just my opinion on that.
Lewis Hall, we looking at him. It would make me very happy to see a Lewis Hall step in. I'm not saying that Shaw has it in his locker to play that game. He just doesn't play it.
And he's over the hill, man. Look at the age now as well.
Yeah, and you say that, and I tend to agree with that. But then Luke Shaw comes with his body of evidence and says, I played a full season.
I get that, but then I also get, we're keeping Maguire. He's the other side of 32. Shaw is not the other side of 32.
How old is Licha?
Licha's probably 29 now. When he joined, it was like 27 or something. So, looking at the age as well, when we need to, this is my problem with some United fans in the fan base that still, they want to keep hold of the old guard for too long. Ruthlessness needs to happen, not just because you're not good enough. Sure, I had a brilliant season this season. Availability is the best ability. He did that for the first time in 11 years. That is played the entire season without missing one game.
World Cup.
Yes, now that's my thing. Thank you for your service, sir. If you have a year left, we'll pay it out. Go and be a free agent. Go and play. Go back to Southampton. Your boyhood club. They're struggling to get up into the Premier League. Go and help them. But we going this way, and you going to get stuck somewhere in next season. If we don't invest in that position, it's going to come back to bite us. And that's not me being pessimistic or anything. That's the reality, guys. The man now missed out on the World Cup. He's going to be injured next season. There's no point of improving his fitness anymore. Krijg 300,000 pound a week. Sit op die bank. We need fresh, young blood and modern day fullbacks, bro. If we're not going to invest on the right side, we need to invest on the left.
For that.
Hey?
We would have had a perfect left back. Blame 10 out for that.
Yeah, no? But have you seen how that like he's also been found out in La Liga?
Yeah, he's also not.
You still need to be able to defend at least. I'm not looking for a guy that can just go forward and assist and all of that. I'm not looking for a trend here. I'm looking for someone who can attack, who can overlap, who can assist and do his job. Get back and defend. Stop the cross. That is the fullback. You a defender, sir. What does your coach tell you? As a fullback, perhaps. Stop the cross. Opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's just my thing. But Lewis Hall would be a perfect sign.
Very nice.
How much is he gonna cost? Look, yeah. Ons het 'n open checkbook, guys. Ons need 'n open checkbook.
75 maybe.
Remember, Newcastle do not need to sell all of their big names.
They're not going to let go of the two best players, which is Bean Hall and Tonali.
Gimares is also there. That people saying he wants out now as well. I think they sell one of that three.
I can see the player forcing
A move. Perhaps two out of the three might go, but it won't be the two midfielders at once. It might be a Lewis Hall and one of the midfielders, but I don't think they'll get rid of two midfielders. So if we can grab, this is the question that I would like to ask you, Mr. Sass. We know United likes both that midfielders and like Lewis Hall. Who do you go for out of that three?
One or two?
Just one.
Lewis Hall.
Definitely. I agree.
Out of-
100% with that.
out of-
Out of that three, I would go Lewis Hall.
Out of the three, man, like if you roll the dice to Tremaine and Anderson, I look at them in the same caliber, a bit higher than what I look at Tonali. Ne? So if I can only get one from Newcastle, I'm gonna go for Hall between Tonali and that. I'm not going for Bruno Guimaraes only because I feel like we have two better tens.
No, these are the 10. These are 8 as well. But we've got better than him in that position. Kobe is better than him. I'm just saying it now, already.
Yeah, no, I let Kobe. So, but doesn't he play more as the cam in that? Who's the midfield in
Joe
Newcastle?
Linton. So they play
Oh, Joe Linton.
They play
Joe
2 8
Linton
and
is-
6. But it's like they, Tonali and Guimaraes, they interchange, man. And then Joe Linton is more the guy that catches the box and that type of thing because of his aerial threat. But Guimaraes, it's been a bit injury prone, a bit, and his age profile might be a problem. He's 29. So I don't think we're going for a 29-year-old midfielder.
So that's that.
I've
Yeah.
But I've heard that City is actually going in for Bruno G.
If they go for him, perfect. Then we got a clear shot at Elliot Anderson, guys.
100%.
That is my thing. Do you reckon United break their bank and pay the £120 million that Nottingham Forest wants? If we have a free run at him.
Not in yours.
See, that's the thing. That is my thing. That is the statement signing for going forward for the next. Imagine we have England's midfield for the next 5 years going forward. Because Kobe is going to become the England midfield.
I think they do. I think not whatever Nottingham Forest wants. I feel United pays it. Only because he literally came to our Old Trafford and he showed
Off top of the field.
he showed us exactly what he's about.
And everything that he's done that day is what we need in that midfield.
Everything. He's shown his quality. He is. Can you, man? I look at him like who's that now, man? Like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at Real Madrid. He came to score at the Old Trafford and he was like, nah, I'm not gonna celebrate. But even the United fans were like, you know what? Yes, man. You are you, and yes, Titino's can score, but we know who you are, man. I feel like that's the kind of sentiment that United fans have for him. So he's shown his quality. He's shown that he is the player that we need, and I don't think that. Guys, I told Uncle Tommy this. Please note that the club has, in this, leading up to this transfer window, they have hulle het nie een keer gesê wat hulle laas jaar gesê het nie. They didn't say once, guys, we have budgetary us as fans is so used to hearing that we think that they see that they have not seen it. They are going, people, I bet you, I promise you guys, as at the beginning of the season when I think we're going to end 4th or 3rd, I'm telling you, those people is uit op het ding and they are going to make signings. They're going to make signings that's going to surprise everyone. We're going to look at it like, yeah. Oh, Indians, wat gaat dan nou hier aan?
This is the last 5 cents from my side. to wrap it up, look at what Arsenal did with Declan Rice. They broke the record of getting that £100 million player in a position where they needed. Okay, it took a few years.
I think they're buying.
It paid off. United, but we've done the attack. The defense looks okay. We need, like a leg back, what we were talking about. Defense, perhaps a centre back, but the midfield is where all the work needs to go. If we get the Elliot Anderson, Kobe Mainu, Bruno Fernandes as a midfield three. Anderson give us this.
I don't think there's a team with a better midfield than
if we can have that three together. It complements each other. Then you don't need a Bruno to come deep and take the ball from the centre backs. Because Elliot Anderson, I look at him as a guy that will tell Bruno, hey, gaan speel wat jy moet speel, moenie hier kom, dis my stukkie. You get what I'm saying, man? And you can look at, just sees how he's adapting himself in the Premier League. It's not 2 seasons, and he was actually a bowler at Newcastle. They didn't want to sell him, they were forced to because of those rules, and they chose to let him go. Forrest paid 40 million for that lightning, bro. That money was paid up in the first season. So, my thing is, I'm with you. I think they go and pay big.
I really do. Uncle Patrick, anything that you want to just add up before we go to next week's game?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I think we settled and spoke about everything that needed to be, you know.
Our last talking point for tonight, Saturday. I didn't discuss it with anyone, but we're probably going to stream it. What time is the game?
I'm not so sure. It's probably going to be a 9 o'clock kickoff again.
I will be streaming it. Whoever is available to join can join. Uncle Jacques?
Who wins it? Give a result. Give us scoreline. We just got to do predictions.
The game is at 6, right? The game is at 6, just letting you know.
Okay.
What? Yeah, Turkey, that's a bit earlier.
Yeah, they don't us.
Turkey.
Uncle Jacques? Who do you want and who do you think will?
Ousmane Dembele to Arsenal, no.
Aye.
That's my prediction.
Okay, Patrick.
Aye. Kvaratskhelia 2, Ousmane Dembele 1. 3-0.
3-0, okay.
Nah, Gazorg just took my predicament as well. 3-0 to PSG.
I'm gonna be a bastard here. I reckon Arsenal don't come up play defensively. They're gonna go up and they're gonna try to attack this game. They've already won the Premier League, so this is like a free hit for them. But I'm not saying they're winning. I'm saying the scoreline 4-2 PSG. I think Arsenal score goals in this game.
I think Arsenal score goals. I think Arsenal. If they learn one thing, I really hope. I need to see this. If what's the name? If Arteta has learned one thing, or should have learned one thing from that final with Man City, is that you can't go into a cup game thinking I need to draw. You cannot do that. So according to me, he has to go out. He has to play as a Rice is a Odegaard. He needs to play that midfield.
Miles Lewis scary.
Miles Lewis
on the bench. Miles Lewis scary. Eze and Rice. But the reason why I say Arsenal scored 2, PSG's only big concern, their goalkeeper, and they're not good at defending set pieces.
Now they're gonna score.
So guys, we've seen Arsenal win the English Premier League with set pieces. So they're going to concede. But I reckon 2 goals for them and both the set pieces.
No, but I feel like if there's any attack that can break down the Arsenal defense, it is that attack. Yeah, I almost want to agree with Uncle Tommy. I think it will be a 5-2, 4-2.
Yes, it's 2 Champions League finals in a row and die mense sit 5 in die net. But you can actually see it, no? You can see it with them. They are.
So yeah, is Dembele available for the game? Wasn't he injured now a week or so ago?
Ja, dat man is allemaal gerust. Hulle beentjies is uitgesmeer. Die ouens is reg om te gaan.
Okay.
Reg om te gaan. Jo.
Is there anything else that we want to
Everything ticked off.
that we want to raise? If that's all, then family, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for wonderful things happening on TikTok here. That thing in the.
Where's like a Georgie, man? Like a Georgie should have been on the live tonight. Hey.
We did invite him.
We're gonna get him in next season, but more guys. He's a bit Rista's now busy with exams and stuff, so obviously he's got to do some things that side, and he don't have a phone. He's probably sleeping by now. yeah. Nah,
Uncle George is an Arsenal supporter. Uncle Patrick is an Arsenal supporter, so yeah.
I didn't want him here tonight.
Fam, thank you very much for joining us. We out, and we end this another stream by saying glory, glory,
Man United.
Man United. Fuck Michael Owen.